You're listening to M.T.V.B. Podcast. Movies, TV, video and board games.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever episode for the M.T.V.B. podcast. It's going to be the podcast where it talks about movies, TV shows, video games and board games. I'm your host Anthony, as well as most people know me as the Ant-Man, and welcome everyone. And thank you for hitting that play button and just listen to me ramble for 10, possibly 15 minutes or so. At least for this episode anyway. So yeah, hi, this is me. This is my podcast channel, and it's going to be a channel based on those four subjects, really. Four subjects I'm immensely passionate about. But unfortunately, this episode won't be about any of those four subjects at all. So basically, this episode is just going to be an introduction to myself, the channel, what's in store for the channel, why I'm doing this, and how this come about, really. So let's go into as to why I'm doing this. Pretty much, long story short, I wanted to do a podcast maybe 5, possibly 6 years ago with myself and my good friend Tim, who's practically my movie guru. He's my movie brother. A guy who I met through Blockbusters, and used to go to cinema all the time. And we actually started a Facebook page, film Facebook page on obviously Facebook, called Film Abiding Citizen, which still goes today. Tim still runs the page today, and if you're a movie fan at all, I highly recommend it. It does keep you up to date with your movie news, as well as some good movie recommendations as well. So basically a few years ago when we started the page, we used to go to the movies all the time, and we thought to ourselves, well, why don't we just watch these new movies and we can film ourselves reviewing them? A lot of people do it, and we can do a YouTube channel for Film Abiding Citizen, which I thought was, it's a good enough idea. So we did that. I believe we filmed maybe 2, 3, possibly 4 reviews at the time. But unfortunately, the timing of doing this was not great at all, because I just recently become a dad, and as well as having 2 jobs at the same time. So my life was pretty much doing a 12-hour shift, coming home, say hi to the wife and kids, make sure they go to bed okay, and then go to the movies with Tim, maybe possibly at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock show him, come home nearly 12 o'clock at night, and then try and film an episode in my poorly lit conservatory, whilst trying not to wake up 2 children and a wife at the same time. So it really wasn't the best of times to do it. And I am kind of gutted that we didn't carry on with it, but commitments at the end of the day, isn't it? So like I said, Tim still runs the Facebook page, and now I'm finally getting the opportunity 5 years later to do what I wanted to do, which was the podcast. So that's why I'm doing this now, because we're obviously living in a world now where we're all stuck indoors at the moment. And a few friends of mine have started their own podcast shows even, and really pretty much just asking them for pointers and what type of equipment to look into, and all sorts of other stuff that I should be doing to start off my own show. And if they're listening, guys, thank you very much. And this wouldn't be possible if you wouldn't help me out with this. So again, thank you. So it won't be a profit thing at all. This literally is just a hobby, and an excuse to meet up with friends and talk about one of the 4 subjects every episode, and just having a laugh with it, and hopefully entertaining the listeners, you guys who are listening right now at the same time. We've got so much in store for the channel. I believe episode 2 straight after this is about video games, and anyone who is into video games is going to love this episode. It practically is an episode that it makes you ask what it takes to be a gamer, and it's a lot of fun. Really enjoyed doing that episode as well, and hopefully you guys will be enjoyed and entertained by listening to it as well. We can't really do anything movie based at the moment, because unfortunately the cinemas are closed again with the world we're living in at the moment. I believe we're in mid-July at the moment, and the cinemas won't open up till the end of July. And then obviously movies will start releasing again, so we'll start getting some movie reviews in as well. We'll do some old movies as well, but again, it's a case of meeting up with people and actually getting to watch them and talk about it afterwards. So once everything lockdown-wise has been released, then we can start getting a bunch more episodes done on the movie subject as well. TV show, I mean, we've got a cracking episode coming up about the TV shows, which is a trip down memory lane, basically, talking about some of the shows we watched as kids, and hopefully if anyone's from the 80s or early 90s era is going to love that episode, and just, like I said, have a great trip down memory lane. I really cannot wait to do the episode. It's going to be very good. And also, yes, if anyone who knows me, they know that I used to work in Blockbusters for a good 13 years or so, until it closed down in 2013, and it's still missed today. I'm going to have a bunch of guys who I used to work with there as well going to come onto the show, and we're going to talk about some of the memories we had there, and some of the craziest customers we served, as well as it. I know to some people, it's just a Blockbuster video, but unfortunately the one we had wasn't just a Blockbuster video. It was a part of our town that a lot of people today still miss, and we still miss it to this day as well. 7 years after it closed. So that's going to be a cracking episode as well. Really look forward to that. As well as we got top fives coming up as well. Some video game reviews as well. Episodes about favorite types of video games and favorite types of movies. So look forward to doing all those as well. So much coming, guys. I really cannot wait for you guys to listen to it all. So who will be coming on here? Like I said, I mentioned some of the Blockbuster guys as well going to come on here. A lot of friends, a lot of family are going to come and help out as well, and also give you guys the opportunity to come up with some ideas for the show as well. We will have a Facebook and Instagram page up and running, so if you'd like to come up with an idea as well as talk about it on the show, I'd be more than happy for you to come onto the show. Or if you can't make it onto the show, we'll get you on the phone and do an interview for you through that as well. Obviously, because we're in lockdown still at the moment, so once that's done, then please hit me up and see what we can do. We'll work something out, maybe. I won't be able to guarantee these podcasts to be weekly. I will do everything in my power to try and make them weekly. But like I said, the times we are in at the moment, and people are slowly going back to work, or some still work at the moment because work from home, who are going to help me out with this podcast. We have episode 2 up and running straight away after this episode. But after that, we're going to... I'll try and make them out as weekly as possible. If not, it might be fortnightly. But we'll see. Like I said, if you subscribe to the Facebook or Instagram page, hopefully that will give you a notification that the next episode is up and running. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much what's in store, why I'm doing this. And I hope you guys are going to enjoy the ride as much as I am. Thank you for listening. And I hope you enjoyed episode 2 straight after this. So this is the M.T.V.B podcast, and this is Ant-Man signing off.